Hey, hey, on, people. I shouldn't laugh. This is serious. So evidently there's some protesters protesting livestock, and this guy pulls in front of this truck. So it looks like he runs over the guy, but evidently he just hits the bike and the guy jumps off. So I want to make that clear. So this guy's got an orange shirt on and pants, and he's okay. Nobody's hurt in this video. I know CommieTube will be like, "You're showing violence." Look, the guy pulled. I don't even know if this guy can see him. He's probably looking in the mirror. I mean, you truck drivers might know. I'm going around corners. I'm looking in two mirrors. I'm looking straight ahead. I don't even know if this guy's really visible when he gets that close, because he kind of creeps up on the side. See, there's the guy. He's all right. He had a helmet on. He'll be all right. Roll Charlie around. He'll be all right. Now, that's a fire. Get some gasoline.
Look at that.
Okay, so all these people are jumping in front of the car, being stupid, doing... Most states have a law that says pedestrians will not move from a point of safety in front of a moving vehicle. Like, we need a law that says that, but it's on the books. So these people are all jumping in front of the car, and this guy's on the side in a blind spot. So he doesn't see him in the mirror. He's probably looking at these idiots reflecting him. I don't even think he really intentionally hit the guy, but I think it's kind of funny. I know I shouldn't laugh.
Oh my God.
Listen. Oh, the poor little bike. Rick, bike have feelings too. I don't want any of you damn bike protests here. Bikes have lives. Bike lives matter. I don't want to hear it. All right? Hang on. There's another part to this video that's pretty funny about a fish. Look, maybe I agree. This fish maybe shouldn't be on the concrete just flapping around. And maybe fish have feelings, and I get it. But people eat fish and catch fish, people. I'm sorry. And if we don't eat them, then the sharks will eat them, or bears will eat them. I mean, these people want to protect bears' habitat, but they don't want the bear killing fish. But bears can kill fish, but people can't. I mean, they just got no damn sense. But anyway, I digress. I want to watch this dude when he saves the fish.
Gonna let this fish die like this?
No.
You know, what if this was a dog?
It ain't
and
a
I
dog.
hooked the dog through the mouth and threw her in the water?
But it's not a dog.
How would you guys feel about that? We don't need any
Uh-oh. He's luckily this guy doesn't know the code of the bald. Because, well, let's see what happens here.
animals, because all animals have the same ability to feel love and pain just like we do. Would you guys agree with that?
No respect.
If I'm not mistaken, fish love fish. Fish eat fish. That's why fish are so healthy. They eat fish. Come on, people!
Do you respect his opinion not to kill animals? Do you guys think that this is okay to let this fish die right here? What if this was a human child?
Not a human child.
But what if it was? They have the same...
What if it was you? How about I put a hook in you and watch you flap around? Rick, you can't say that. I'm not saying I'm not promoting violence. I would never promote violence. But if we're making hypotheticals, what if it was a nuclear weapon? What if it was a mean AR-15? Would he be upset then if we left it on the sidewalk?
Same ability and same emotions as a human child.
That's your opinion.
That's not my opinion. That's facts, sir. That's facts from science, sir. It is facts. Have you ever looked up how fish feel pain?
I'm asking you, sir. There's no reason.
The guy's being polite. He's saying, sir, until he takes a fish.
I'm not harassing you. You're harassing this fish right here. This fish, you're harassing.
Excuse me, what penal code section is against harassing fish? Is there an harassment of fish penal section? What's the crime for that? Rick, you just be quiet.
This is my duty, and my duty is to speak up for animals in need. This little child right here,
Also, let's get children involved. Let's make children hate anybody that eat meat. Meanwhile, hang on, let me go back here. Does it look like the mother
this
of his
fish
child's
you're
eating meat?
harassing. This is my duty, and my duty is to speak up for animals in need. This little
I wonder if she eats meat.
child right here understands that this is wrong, and you guys don't understand this. All I'm asking is to have some
All of us
compassion.
have the right to do it.
I'm fixing to throw him back in the water.
Yo, you're not gonna touch him.
I'm fixing to throw him back in the water.
Yo, you're not gonna touch him.
I'm not going to touch this.
Why?
fish
Because
that's
he's
dying.
your property? Is he your
Is
property?
he your property?
He is now.
This is interesting. Who does a fish belong to? If he's laying on a sidewalk, there's a thing that's called abandoned property. And that's how sometimes we can search without a warrant, is we'll catch drug dealers, thieves, criminals, thefts, whatever. And as soon as we walk up on them as a cop, they'll throw their bag on the ground like we didn't see it. So we can search it without their permission if they say it's not theirs. So cops will quite often go, is that your bag? And because they know it's got gun, dope, stolen material, whatever in there, they always go, no, it's not my bag. Oh, then I don't need your consent to search it. It's abandoned property. And I will just search it to make sure there's nothing dangerous in here that a child might find. Then I can search the bag. Then if I find something, I can arrest him because he had possession of it. But he'll be like, but I told you it wasn't mine. That's right. That means you gave up your ability for unlawful search and seizure. You gave up your Fourth Amendment protections on that bag because you thought you were being slick and saying it's not my bag. But guess what? Sometimes cops can be slick too. Rick, you're a bootleg jackhammer. Hey, you know what? I got a lot of dope and guns that way. Here we go.
It is our property.
No, he's not. Don't step on that
I will
fish.
call the police.
Call the police. I just saved the fish life. How about that?
Okay, that escalated quickly. We went from talking politely and calling him sir to stealing his property. Is it his property, and does he have possession of it? And is it of value, and what's the value? And is this theft because the guy didn't take it? He merely threw it back in the lake. This would be a hard case to charge or prosecute, because are you going to put the guy in a jury and say, is that your fish? Yeah, can you identify it if we put you in a fishing lineup? Could you pick it out? How we don't have the fish, so now we no longer have the evidence. We have this video of the fish, but we don't have the actual fish. So we don't know if it was your fish or a different fish, or did you catch it? Do we have the hook that caught it? I mean, so people be like, call 911. I'm going to call the police. Well, what the hell do you want me to do? Well, I want you to arrest him. He took my property. Well, yeah, I mean, if I had the property they took and he was trying to take it to keep it, then maybe I could book it. But you got a video of him throwing a fish in, and I mean, look, maybe there'll be some cops out there that'll be, charge him with this. Can it be disorderly conduct? Maybe. I mean, you could come up with a charge, but is this really worth government attention? I can tell you, when I was stationed down in San Antonio at the dog center down at Lackland, man, we used to train dogs for lunch. You know, we take an hour and a half, couple hours for lunch. We were on a government dime. Nobody cared. So we'd get our shit done in the morning, and then we'd jump in our cars. We'd bring our fishing poles, and we'd drive to either a lake or a pond, jump a fence, and just fish something right off the highway. And we'd be bass fishing like all lunch. And I'm pretty sure if somebody came up to us back in the day when I was fishing and threw my fish back in, the next thing you would see is that dude flying in right the same path that the fish took back in the lake. Because the guys I fished with were all military and all kind of, macho, whatever, ego, whatever you want to call us, bootleg jackhammers. But if you grabbed our fish and threw it in the water, you were getting wet and you were going swimming. But anyway, all right, we'll end that there on the law and fish and who owns it and bicycles and people saving animals. All right, we'll end that there.